Hey guys, Nathaniel here from SuperGameCrashers and welcome back to our classic Tekkit series. Welcome to a brand new episode, probably the second part of our series. So you guys are probably wondering, where have I been for the past few weeks? Well guys, what happened was I picked up a rather nasty infection and the doctor gave me some antibiotics, but he didn't know that I was already on some other type of medicine which helps control my bipolarism, and the two conflicted and I got very, very ill. So the doctor basically said to me, stop taking both of them, wait until the infection passes, and then start taking your bipolar medicine again. And that's really what's happened. That's all that's happened. A slight misinterpretation of information, and I'm back. And we're going to do this new series. Hooray! We're going back right where we were because starting from the beginning is going to be annoying. So the first thing you guys probably have noticed, the difference between this series and the last one, is these two new buildings. This building is going to be our computer control building. It's going to have all of our machines which will do all our processing and all of our ore processing and material processing and stuff like that, because I don't want to rely too heavily on equivalent exchange. And this is going to be our new power factory. Let's go and have a look. Now, here's where the problem lies. As you guys can see, I've got a load of tubes here ready to be filled with magma, which I was going to extract from the nether. This teleport pipe actually connects to a specialist system. Am I on? I am. Oops. Sorry guys, I was just doing some testing. Anyway, so this is connected to a pump which is in the nether, and the idea is it would fill up with magma and we'd have lots and lots of energy to use as we see fit. And the sun's actually going down. Huh. I must have been playing around on this little game before I started doing recording. I'm a little bit rusty, guys. You'll have to forgive me. I am a little bit rusty. It has been a while since I actually played on this mod pack. I've been playing on a different mod pack, and I honestly thought to myself, should I cancel this series and move on to a new one? But I decided I owe you guys to finish this, and I'll obviously be getting into other games as well. So if we go into the nether very quickly, I will show you what I had planned. Emphasis on the had, because let's go down to Tartarus. That's right, I called it Tartarus, which is, by the way, the lowest point of hell. Is Tartarus in Greek mythology. I've got to find the right way down, otherwise I'm going to end up hurting myself. Oh wait, what am I doing? I can fly. I forgot about that. Ah! He's going to kill me! Oh no! Except he's not really going to kill me because gas can't actually damage overworld blocks in the nether. Something for you to know. So this is Tartarus. This is basically my pumping system. Let me go through it for you guys. So these are Buildcraft pumps. You may have noticed also that I fixed the texture pack. Everything's now textured properly. So these are Buildcraft pumps, and what they're doing is they're sucking up the magma from below and putting them into these waterproof pipes. Some of the magma is going into this, which is a geothermal generator, which will generate our energy. I have then connected the geothermal generator to this. This is called an energy link, and what it does is it converts equivalent exchange energy into Buildcraft energy, which is then powering these pumps, which is then going into this teleport pipe. Now, teleport pipes are really clever items. I've actually used them before, but for some reason it's glitched. I have tried testing it, changing it in the options. I've tried manipulating the file code, but it still doesn't work. Now, originally what was going to happen was I was going to have infinite magma from this system, which basically means it would just suck up all the magma out of the lake. I mean, the lake is massive, and it's constantly being fed. And then it would go into the overworld and we convert it into energy for all of our machines, and that would power up our factory. Unfortunately, oh god, I'm gonna have to kill this thing. It's otherwise, if it hits the portal, I'll be stuck here, and that would be very bad. Ah! Die! 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 I killed you with an axe because I don't know where my sword is. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so that was what was going to happen, but because it's glitched, it won't extract from dimensions. That's why the world anchor was there. Originally I thought it was simply because the area was unloaded, but it's just not working. So unfortunately, we're going to have to use an equivalent exchange method. Now this method that I've been watching a video of is to use a system similar to this, which would reduce, once the nether sounds stop, eventually. Anyway, so this system will be what will power our little geothermal generators. Now I know what you're thinking, Nathaniel, why don't you just use nuclear energy, or nuclear energy as a lot of people pronounce it. And the reason I'm not going to do that is because I want to get into it a little later on. I've got lots of stuff that I really need to cover. I haven't really thought about where I'm going with this series, really. I got to a point where I didn't know how to continue. But I think in this episode, I'm going to cover one of the last mods, one of the last core mods, and one of the mods which will be very useful in future episodes, Computercraft. So let's go into Workbench and I'll show you how to do Computercraft. And we're back, and welcome to Computercraft. Oh yes, so this is Computercraft. This is the very basics of it, much like everything I've done. I thought I'd give you guys a proper tutorial on how to do it. So let's start. We have 4 basic components within Computercraft, or 3 if you really think about it. But I say 4, it's 4. Okay, so you have your computer, your monitor, a turtle, and of course mining turtle, or turtles that have tools. So let's get into a computer. So a computer is made this way: glass pane, stone, redstone in the middle, and you'll often find that if you play on a multiplayer server, computers are often banned simply because they're so easy to put together, and they can actually be used to terrible and heinous ends in servers. They can cause them to crash. If you want to use a monitor so you can see what's on your screen, you can, and that's how you make it. It's a glass pane with the stone, so they're very easy to make. Now the thing is with computers, you can program them to actually interact with separate devices. In fact, if I call it up here, I could actually get you one of the items. Oh sorry, wrong one. Monitor. These types of monitors. Now these things are used to monitor your reactors, if you ever have a reactor, so you can see how hot your reactor is, and you could actually pipe the information to a control room so you could see how hot it is and program the computer to turn the reactor off when it reaches a certain temperature. Yeah, that's how good the computers are in this. Now I personally am not very familiar with Computercraft because I haven't really used it very often. I'm always more into making the mechanical solutions to problems, so I'll use a complex red power system rather than using the computer. But this time I'm going to make an exception and actually get into Computercraft, but I'll be following tutorials to show me how to do it so I can then relay it to you in my own way. So let's have a look at turtles. So turtles are like computers, but they can move around freely on their own. I'm not going to go into super detail on a turtle, but I will show you how to make it. And what it is, it's 7 iron ingots, a chest, and a computer in the center. So if we just make ourselves our computer, and then we will just like that. One computer, and if I take the parts for our turtle, I can show you guys a turtle. Voila, one turtle. And here he is. This is our turtle. As you can see, he's got a front, a back, and a face. And basically, you have to, in more modern packs, you have to give him, of course, fuel so that he can run. But for us, we don't actually have to do that. If I just type in dance, he will do a dance. Yeah, eventually. There we go. He's dancing. See, fantastic stuff, and he will dance to his heart's content or until you tell him to stop. So if I can just click on him, and there we go. Stop. There we go. Okay, so he's stopped. So basically a turtle is like a robot which you can program and tell it to go out into the world and do separate things for you. But the most useful part of a turtle is making a mining turtle. And you do that by simply having a diamond pickaxe and a turtle. And the diamond pick will never break once it's attached to the turtle, and it's very useful. I can actually make one for you there. Behold, a mining turtle. So if I were to go outside and put him down, for some reason he always faces the other way. I don't know why that is. I could actually give him a command. I can't remember what the command is off the top of my head. Let me just find it for you guys. Hang on a second. There we go. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, here we go. So, if I can just remember the code. Go. Oof. Okay, I have now programmed the turtle to excavate. He excavated and then he returned. But if I typed in excavate 300, he would go all the way down and then return. So, yeah. Mine turtle's very useful. I don't use them, to be honest. I find the old-fashioned method is a little bit better than using these guys because they're very hit and miss. And they also leave great big holes in your landscape, kind of like what a quarry does. But at least with a quarry, you can actually fill it in. These guys, you can program them to fill it in, but it's a long and complicated line. Now, as the day comes to an end, I'm going to show you guys a cool secret. So, I showed you guys these things are monitors. I've made a whole bunch of them to make a little movie theatre, and I have my computer. I'm actually going to show you guys one of the cool secrets in Computercraft, and to be honest, it's the only program I know because it's the only thing I really cared about in the game. So let me just go in here and let me just type in the secret code. So I've got to go monitor right secret / a long time ago go. Ta-da! Look at that! It's a little glitchy. Fantastic stuff, don't you think? Brilliant thing. Now, obviously, I am going to get a little bit more involved in Computercraft. I'm definitely going to be building some cool machines, but I need a bit of time to do that, guys, because I've just got back into the series. It's going to take me a while to learn how to use Computercraft in conjunction with all the other mods. As you can see, I think that's great. I mean, look at that. Can you honestly say from the bottom of your heart that that is just fantastic? Anyway, so I think that's probably what I'm going to call it, guys. I thank you very much for watching, and in the next episode, we will be moving on to actually the equivalent exchange machine that's going to be producing all of our energy, and then we'll get well into building our processing facility. I'm sorry this episode's been a little short, but like I said, I've got to get back into it, and I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff in between now and the next episode, as well as filming some new episodes of Slime Rancher, which is just at an update. I'm going to be doing some Nautica and a whole bunch of other games that I really want to get back into. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!